Today, we're diving into a new chapter of Argentina's political landscape. On the one side, we have Las Fuerzas del Cielo, Forces of Heaven, a new and controversial libertarian movement spearheaded by Daniel Parisini, also known online as Gordo Dan. And on the other side is La Campora, the long-established left-wing faction led by Máximo Kirchner. These groups represent polar opposites ideologically, but maybe they're more similar than they'd like to admit. Las Fuerzas del Cielo, the Forces of Heaven, was launched on Monday in a theatrical event in San Miguel, Buenos Aires province, with Roman imagery, chants of God, homeland and family, and fiery speeches. Some have even compared this launch event with its style, rhetoric and symbolism to a rally in 1930s Germany. Leading the event, Daniel Parisini described the new group as the Praetorian Guard of President Javier Milei's libertarian revolution. Parisini also described the group as a new armed wing of Milei's party, although he insists that this is purely metaphorical. Its focus is to promote Milei's vision of libertarian reform, while rejecting what it calls the cultural Marxism of Argentina's left. The movement has sparked criticism from across the political spectrum, with many likening its rhetoric to the militant factions on both the left and right during the 1970s in Argentina. But it's also drawn significant support from Milei's base, who view it as a rallying force to protect his reforms. To fully understand Las Fuerzas del Cielo, we need to look at its counterpart on the left, La Campora. Founded in 2006 by Máximo Kirchner, the son of former presidents Nestor and Cristina Kirchner, La Campora grew out of the youth wing of the Kirchnerist movement. It blends Peronist ideology with a strong emphasis on state-led economic policies, social justice and support for public welfare programs. La Campora became a key player in Cristina Fernández de Kirchner's presidency, controlling important state institutions and shaping policy decisions. Over the years, it has cemented itself as the backbone of the Frente de Todos coalition, particularly among younger progressive voters. On the surface, Las Fuerzas del Cielo and La Campora couldn't be more different. One champions libertarianism and minimal state intervention, the other state-led economic justice. But dig a little deeper and some surprising parallels emerge. Both groups revolve around charismatic leaders, Javier Milei for Las Fuerzas del Cielo and Cristina Fernández de Kirchner for La Campora. Both use strong emotional rhetoric to galvanize their supporters and position themselves as defenders of their respective ideologies. And both thrive on cultivating a sense of loyalty and belonging amongst their members. La Campora is a well-oiled political machine. It placed its members in strategic positions across government institutions, ensuring influence over policy and funding. It also has deep ties to grassroots organizations, allowing it to mobilize communities for elections and protests alike. In contrast, Las Fuerzas del Cielo is still in its infancy, relying heavily on digital platforms to spread its message. Parisini's background as an influencer is evident in the movement's social media presence, which focuses on meme culture, live streams and viral campaigns, as well as trolling of opponents and online bullying of journalists. However, Las Fuerzas del Cielo is also looking to expand offline, with plans to field candidates in future elections and establish local chapters. While these movements have energized their bases, they also contribute to Argentina's growing political polarization. The rivalry between libertarians and Kirchnerists is playing out in the streets, the media, and even Congress. Some observers worry that the confrontational rhetoric from both sides could undermine Argentina's democratic institutions. For La Campora, critics argue that its dominance within Frente de Todos stifles dissent and centralizes power. Meanwhile, Las Fuerzas del Cielo faces accusations of fostering extremism and glorifying authoritarian symbols, such as its Roman-inspired imagery. So what does the rise of Las Fuerzas del Cielo and the endurance of La Campora tell us about Argentina today? Both movements show the power of grassroots activism in shaping the political landscape. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is Las Fuerzas del Cielo Argentina's libertarian answer to La Campora, or are they fundamentally different in their goals and methods? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee in the link below, and I'll see you next time.